All right, so thanks for coming out to our 1 year anniversary with Latinos Legacy Network. So tell me about yourself. What's your name and what do you do?
My name's Alex. I'm a videographer, ground level and drone visuals.
Oh, awesome.
I just moved out here from Atlanta about 6 months ago.
Yeah. So how was the move coming down from Atlanta, or how's that changed?
I honestly feel like Charlotte is like a baby Atlanta, so it wasn't much of a shock to the senses or anything like that. It's a little bit smaller, but and it's exactly what I needed. Everywhere that I've lived has kind of served its purpose. I'm from Los Angeles originally.
Okay.
Graduated from UC Berkeley with a degree in music theory. After college, I went to St. Louis, Chicago, South Texas, Austin, Miami, Atlanta, and now here.
Oh, man, you're just Mr. Worldwide over there.
No, I think I just did it backwards. I remember everybody telling me that you work, and then when you're finally like too old to really do anything, that's when you do your traveling and relocating and stuff like that. So I think I just decided to do it backwards and get it out the way. You know what I mean?
And so you mentioned that you studied music theory, but then now you're doing videography and the drone, which I think is really awesome. What inspired you to move into that or shift?
Money.
Okay.
No, I mean, I think that I've always tried to keep my boundaries. I've always tried to look for my next ceiling to burst through. And sometimes when you can't go vertically, you have to move laterally so you can move vertically again. And I think that's what video was for me. I think there was a certain point that I got to where I was only going to be able to make this much, and I was only going to have this much creative freedom. And the obvious decision was to move laterally into a different industry so I could continue to move up.
So with continuing to grow, how important is it for you to come to these type of networking events?
Especially with me being a new transplant here, I think that it's like very vital. I'm super pleased with not just the results, but like the all-around energy and the vibes and like how everybody is interacting with everybody. Because I'm coming from some pretty major cities that can get very political when it comes down to things like this. And since I moved to Carolina,
Southern hospitality.
For sure. For sure.
So during all of your moves and your career and your studies, what is one of the things that you are most proud of?
Resilience. Yeah.
So how do you get that, or what advice would you give someone?
Patience, practice. I don't think it's a skill that somebody's like born with. I think it comes from experience and like going through some stuff.
So what advice would you give somebody who wants to dip their feet in the water and get started with, videography?
I think it's different now. I think that the industry and with the access that we have to so many things through the internet now, you can be a graduate from YouTube University, like there's a lot of schooling that isn't necessary. And I don't think a lot of places are looking for those credentials or those certificates and things like that nowadays. If you can do what they're looking for,
maybe just having a passion for it.
For sure. I would say definitely just be that's the same thing. Just be patient. Be patient. Be diligent. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen next week. Honestly, it's going to happen like so gradually that when it finally like sinks in, like, wow,
I've come a long way.
Yeah, I kind of made it to where I wanted to be. You'll realize that there's more places that you want to be. You know what I mean?
Of course. So tell us, how can we find you, or socials?
I am on Instagram. I have 2 pages. My drone visuals are at Nate, N-A-T-E, nice with it, like all spelled correctly.
Okay.
My ground level video for local businesses, real estate listings, hospitality, whether it's restaurants, hotels, whatever, is frame, like a window frame, aim, shooter.
Okay. Do you have any final message that you want to give right here to Charlotte?
Man. Thank you guys for having me.
No, we love having you.
Thank God.
Amen.
Thank God, for sure. Yeah.
Well, we hope that you have a wonderful rest of the evening. And seriously, thank you for coming and celebrating with us.
Thank you for having me.
No, it was a pleasure to meet you.
For sure.
All right.
All right.